For the last couple of months, we have been working hard on the outside. We've been sanding, fiberglassing, sanding, fiberglassing, and repeat. This week, we head inside to finally fix the problem that brought us up to Puerto Penasco in the first place, the transmission. And like all things on boats, one problem turns into quite a few others. We are Liz and Rui, sailing on a 1982 Cal 39. Join us each week as we sail into the unknown and see what amazing things can happen when we let go of the mustn'ts and believe in the power of adventure. Alright, so I am down in the hole today. I've already started taking apart the transmission because obviously we're replacing it. If you remember, we were having issues, and so we just ordered a brand new transmission, which I'm going to go pick up in a few days. So I just started to take off the old one. Pretty excited about this. Transmission is off. Alright. Yeah, trying to come out of the hole with the transmission. Oh god. Alright. Transmission's out. This is dirty. Got us out.
It's hard work.
Well, now we get to put the new one in. Still gotta take the back plate off of this one though. And then the new transmission will hopefully line up with this one. It's supposed to. Alright. Let me put this down somewhere. Oh god. Alright, so Riri and I were just sitting here and I was playing with it. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, when we get the new transmission, I'm going to take this apart because I'm fascinated by engineering and stuff like this, and I get to learn about it as I do it. But I was like, oh look, it spins freely. And Riri's like, well, it's a neutral. He's like, switch the gear. And I switched the gear, which is on this side, and I switched it, and I was like, oh look, it's still spins. And I was like, oh wait, that was a problem. This is why we need a new transmission. So anyway, so when I take it apart, I might video it, but when I take it apart, I'm gonna look inside it and see what's broken as to why it does that, because that's not what it's supposed to do. But yeah, excited to get it out. Happy to get it out. It was fun. Now that the border is closed, we can't easily pick up our packages in the border town of Lukeville, which is just an hour away from Puerto Penasco. We now have to drive about 4 hours, plus the time it takes to cross the busier border of San Luis, to pick up our packages in Yuma. So I made it a worthwhile trip and picked up some of the last few things for our boat refit. It's a beautiful drive through the desert at the very top end of the Sierra Cortez. It was so nice to see the sea from the cliffs, and I couldn't help but smile, thinking we would be back in there soon. Alright, well, I'm super stoked. We got the new transmission when I picked it up in Yuma the other day, and gotta get installed. So what we've done, I've put the old plate that connects the transmission to the engine onto the new one, which is nice and shiny, nice in here. This is the old one, and we knew this when we ordered it because it is a slightly different transmission. It's a little bit taller and also a little bit longer. So we've already fitted it into the space where it's going to go, but the one drawback is that the coupling that attaches to the transmission is in the way, so I'm gonna take it off the shaft. And the last time I did that was in Guatemala, and this is actually how Rui and I started talking. So now it's my job to try and get it off so we can put the transmission on. We've already, like I said, we already fitted it. It fits perfectly. Just gotta squeeze it in there. So the only way to do that is to take the coupling off. So yeah, this is the piece that needs to be removed. So I gotta try and get off these set screws and slide it off. The only slight problem is that when we put those set screws in, we used the red Loctite because obviously we didn't want them to come loose. So I'm gonna see if I can wiggle them loose as they are. Otherwise, I might have to get that torch out. As you can see, not budging at all. Try and get some leverage on it. It's like the hard part about being on a boat is trying to get leverage in a small space.
Except space is always an issue down here. Try not to hit myself in the balls.
Might be a bit uncomfortable.
Now there's thousands and thousands of pounds of pressure on the thing.
And it's not coming off.
Hmm?
Is it moving at all?
I don't know, we're gonna find out. That's in there. I'm gonna go one more time and then we're gonna give her a whack and see if she busts out. Do not know how much pressure is on this thing.
Are you a happy man?
I'm a happy boy. We got the flange off of the shaft. It is done.
It's done. It took a lot of work and a lot of beating.
Took quite a bit of beating. Like, look at the shanks on that thing. And just like bang, bang, bang. But she came out. That's all that matters.
Yep. Now we have to find a machine shop. Right?
Yeah, to get her absolutely flat. So then when we align the engine with the transmission and the shaft, we can actually have it in a really nice straight, so then we don't destroy another transmission or
exactly
cutlass bearing or strut and everything else. We just finished fixing all that stuff because it was all cracked and twisted out of place.
Yeah, but it's done, so yay! Woohoo! Alright, so I just came back from the machine shop where they did an excellent job of polishing this and making it straight again. And I'm going to show Rui. Look at this.
Wow, look at that.
Right?
That's what I told you.
$15.
It looks really good.
It looks brand new. I'm stoked. I mean, you did such a good job of it too.
Yeah.
Like straightening it out and everything.
Beautiful. Now all we gotta do is get a brush and brush that out.
Yeah, and the inside.
Take the majority of it off. Maybe get some beyond off.
Uh-huh.
In here I'll remove all the rust. light sanding on the interior and
Got brand new.
put it up, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. See how nice that is?
Pretty happy with it. Yeah, anyway, local guy, great deal, 15 bucks. Straightened it out and everything. Looks a lot different than it did before. Looks brand new. So one of the steps we're going through as we're changing out the transmission and basically everything else done by the engine is
I don't know if this thing's gonna work.
we are also changing out the stuffing box. So it's basically, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is our stuffing box. There's usually a packing gland, well, there is supposed to be a packing gland in here, but it's pretty much non-existent. And water was dripping in, when we're in the water, it was dripping in a little bit faster than it should be. And then this is a state of, basically it's like a hose that attaches itself to the packing, or not the packing gland, the stuffing box and the hull where the shaft comes through. But this is pretty shitty as well. As you can see, it's pretty dry and corroded. So we are going to replace it all, or this piece, and then also hopefully get some packing to get through there.
Yeah, and get it all cleaned up.
Get it all cleaned up. There you go. That wasn't hard. Much easier with
But
the
down
vice
below,
grip.
everything moves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a lot
didn't-
easier on the vice and a lot easier. You can't do this well.
You could.
You
but
can't. Yeah, you can't really do. It's harder to do this in the water because a lot of water will just come gushing into the boat. Much easier when you're out of the water and you have a vice, especially when it's a little rusty like it is right now from all the salt water dripping in.
A little rusty.
A little rusty.
Can't even get the top to turn out. Here's all the packing.
So yeah.
It needs new packing, as you can see.
Yes.
This one's gone beyond its
Life.
life expectancy. It's totally crushed. God, it's nice to have tools.
Yeah. Very nice to be able to do this. Nice to have the use of the tool shed. The big vice. Can you imagine doing this on the boat? But gonna get it cleaned up and looking hopefully brand new by the time we're done.
I want to clean it all up,
Yeah.
grease it all up properly. We're gonna get it so we don't have to deal with all this corrosion issues.
No more salt water.
If it's done right. And now to get this hose off of here.
So dry. Oh, this should come off here. Coming off. I thought it was moving.
We just need to hold on to something so we can actually. Device, might as well use it.
There you go. Very dry and dusty. Alright, so we got the new hose, which looks a lot better than the old one did. And Riri's just heating it up, and we'll put it back on. And Riri already put the new packing in there. You can see the packing glands that are inside here. So that's all done. And put that on and be all good.
Lots of boats are heading back into the water at this time of year, after working on them all summer long. Our lovely neighbors on Lotus were heading into the water today. A tinge of jealousy takes over me when I see boats on the travel lifts getting ready to splash. But I know soon it will be us doing the same thing. We are getting there.
Today is time to put on the transmission, which is so pretty. Liz painted everything, all the parts, sanded them and prepped them. And our new transmission will be going into place. I Liz is gonna do the honors of bolting her in.
I'm excited. The new transmission's going in. See how this goes. Hopefully it's easier than taking it out. We'll see.
I was gonna drop it in the hole for you. Well, you need to get set up down there where you're gonna be.
Going in the hole. Figure out where to go in the hole. Oh, light's dim.
Light's gone?
Yep.
Watch your head.
This is harder than it seems. Okay, should be easier, right?
Huh?
Trying to figure out. It's hard to line up the shaft because I can't. Oh, that's why. Okay. Let's see. Maybe a bitch. Why can I not?
Am I going in, baby?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Like I can't get it, the shaft is in, but I can't get the plate to go against the, like it's just
Lift the back up while you push in.
Do you want to give it a shot and see what you think?
Sure.
Alright, Rory's gonna give it a shot. Figure out what I was doing wrong.
Oh, the engine's got to come way up.
Yeah, right? That's what I was wondering. Does it seem too low? Like it was just sitting on the bottom, right?
That might be a problem. That's gonna be a problem. How do you get the shaft to line up with it? It's definitely higher than the flange right now by about a ½ inch.
Right, so the transmission...
So we can lift the engine up some more.
Right.
And by doing that, then they'll line it up with the shaft. Not an issue.
Right.
We just have to...
So I wasn't going crazy about not being able to fit it there.
No, we need to...
adjust the engine. Yay!
Raise the engine a little bit more.
In the back.
Yeah, so that it'll look clear.
Alright, next step.
Transmission's almost on, 1 ground wire left. That I think hooks up our batteries to the engine, giving a continuous ground through the engine for other stuff hooked up on different parts of the engine. They're everywhere.
How do you feel about installing part of the engine? I mean the transmission.
Success. It's done, and it's good because it's all working, it's all fit. Of course, the 2 bottom bolts wouldn't pass through the tranny, so we had to Dremel out a bit of the cooling fin so that it would actually allow the bolts to go in. This transmission is 2 sizes bigger than our original. They no longer make ours, so...
No, 1 size bigger. It's the next bigger.
I thought the next one bigger was the one we're supposed to get, and then they didn't have it, or stopped making it.
No.
Oh, okay. Because this thing is a lot bigger. It's made for a much bigger power unit. But this is what it looks like when you're working in the engine compartment.
Always fun, always dirty. At least it's done, it's back on.
It's back on. Now we need is the shaft seal
I know, to put everything
and
back on.
the flange and mount it to the engine, and
Job
we'll be
complete.
done in the engine compartment. Well, we still got to put in the water strainer.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Raw water strainer, but that's the last part because we need room to work on all the other stuff.
Good job, babe.
We hope you all enjoyed the holiday season and are getting ready for the new year to start. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and leaving lovely comments, as we always enjoy reading them. Until next time, cheers!